Imagine being stranded in space. Your return vehicle has failed and there's no immediate way back home. That's exactly the situation Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams find themselves in right now aboard the International Space Station. Their spacecraft, the Boeing Starliner, isn't fit to bring them home. But how did this happen? What led to this moment? And most importantly, why? To answer this, we're going to use the 5 whys methodology, breaking down the root causes step by step. Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams were supposed to return home after completing their mission on the ISS, but their return has been postponed indefinitely because their spacecraft, the Boeing Starliner, is experiencing multiple technical failures that make re-entry unsafe. The question is, what went wrong? Starliner's problems aren't minor inconveniences. They're critical failures. The spacecraft has multiple helium leaks. Helium is used to pressurize the thrusters, which means if it leaks, the thrusters might not work properly. And speaking of thrusters, at least 4 of them have already malfunctioned. This could make controlled descent and landing extremely dangerous. So how did Starliner get to this point? Why did these failures occur? The truth is, this isn't the first time Starliner has had problems. The spacecraft has had a troubled history. In 2019, Starliner's first uncrewed test flight failed due to a software error that prevented it from reaching the ISS. In 2021, a second test was delayed for months due to valve failures in the propulsion system. Now, in its first fully crewed mission, new issues are appearing, some of which were already known before launch. But if these problems existed before launch, why did NASA and Boeing delay the mission further? Boeing and NASA decided to move forward with the mission despite these concerns. Why? Because Boeing needed a successful crew flight to prove that Starliner was a viable alternative to SpaceX's Crew Dragon. NASA originally awarded 2 contracts, one to SpaceX and one to Boeing, to develop spacecraft for ferrying astronauts to the ISS. But while SpaceX has already completed multiple successful missions, Boeing has faced repeated setbacks. The longer they delayed, the worse their credibility got. But why was Boeing under so much pressure in the first place? Boeing's problems extended beyond space. The company has faced massive reputational damage from failures in its commercial aviation division, most notably with the 737 MAX crisis, which resulted in deadly crashes and billions of dollars in losses. Boeing needed a win, and a successful Starliner mission was supposed to be it. NASA also needed a backup option in case SpaceX's Crew Dragon ever became unavailable. But in their rush to launch, they may have overlooked critical safety issues, leaving Butch and Sonny stranded in space. So what happens now? NASA is considering a few options. One possibility is using SpaceX's Crew Dragon to bring Butch and Sonny home safely. Another option is to wait and see if Boeing can fix Starliner's problems remotely. Either way, this situation highlights the dangers of rushing space travel without ensuring that every possible risk has been addressed. What do you think? Should Boeing be held accountable? Should NASA cancel Starliner and rely on SpaceX? Let us know in the comments, and if you love deep dives like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more 5 Whys Explains.